Through deep meditation, we generate a compassionate frequency, helping these earthbound souls find their way home.
Can you help a lost soul? What ancient traditions teach? Have you ever walked into a place and suddenly felt like you were in a tea alone, even though no one was there?
Have you ever felt incomplete? A fragmented sense of self?
I don't know who I am anymore.
Ancient traditions call this soul loss, a radical answer to modern trauma.
A piece of the soul flees. It does this to protect itself during shock, during trauma.
It's lost. A part of me is lost.
The cure is to call it back. A journey to reclaim your essence.
The work of healing is the work of becoming whole. Can you help your own lost soul?
The journey has begun.
The answer is within the journey.
Maybe the air felt heavier, or the silence had a strange pulse to it. What if I told you that what you sensed wasn't imagination, but a consciousness, still searching for peace? Across every ancient culture, from the Tibetan Bardo Todol to Native American wisdom and early Christian mysticism, there's one shared belief that some souls remain close to earth, confused, waiting for someone who can see them, to help them move on. But here's the twist. Helping a lost soul isn't about rituals or words. It's about frequency. The vibration of compassion, calm, and awareness is said to create a doorway. When you hold that vibration, you don't just comfort them, you become a bridge between worlds. It's not the ghost stories you've been told, it's a science of consciousness.
But here's the twist. Helping a lost soul isn't about rituals or words, it's about frequency. The vibration of compassion, calm, and awareness is said to create a doorway. When you hold that state, you become a bridge, offering a path out of confusion and into the light.
Tonight, we'll explore what the ancients knew long before modern science began to suspect it, that consciousness doesn't end with death, and that sometimes the living can help the dead find their way home.
Sometimes, the lost soul you feel isn't someone else, it's a fragment of you. The ancients believed that trauma, grief, and guilt could split the soul's light, leaving part of us wandering in the echo of what once was.
Stay with me, because what you'll hear next might challenge everything you believe about life, death, and what it means to truly let go. Now imagine this. A man in Kyoto begins hearing whispers at night, but not in his native tongue.
The past is not silent.
Now imagine this. A man in Kyoto.
He hears whispers at night, but not in his native tongue. The veil is thin here. He can hear us now. Come closer. Do not be afraid. We are here. They were in Portuguese, the voice of a sailor lost centuries ago. Why won't it stop?
Listen closely. Breathe it in.
Every ancient tradition insists on this. Acknowledgement is liberation. Modern quantum theorists talk about it. They call it an information field. Data, memory, never...
When the man meditates near the river, the whispers fade. Not because the spirit was exorcised, but because it was heard. That's what every ancient tradition insists on. Acknowledgement is liberation. Modern quantum theorists talk about information fields, suggesting that data, memory, never really disappears. Ancient mystics said the same thing thousands of years ago, just in different words. The soul, they taught, is a pattern of energy, and energy seeks harmony. A lost soul isn't evil or cursed. It's simply out of resonance, looping between dimensions, waiting for coherence to return. And sometimes that coherence is you. But before we go deeper, if stories like this make you wonder about your own unseen connections, take a moment. Subscribe to Spirits in the Material World, because here we explore the space between science and soul without fear or superstition. And in the comments, I'd love for you to share something unusual you've felt, a presence, a sign, or even a dream that stayed with you. Don't hold back. Someone reading your story might finally understand theirs. Because as we're about to see, the ones who help the lost are not chosen by destiny. They're chosen by vibration.
Here's where everything turns. Sometimes, the lost soul you feel isn't someone else to mid. It's a fragment of you.
The ancients believed that trauma, grief, and guilt could split the soul's light, leaving part of us wandering in the echo of what once was. When you comfort what feels external, you may actually be rescuing the version of yourself that got trapped in pain long ago.
Here's where everything turns. The lost soul you feel isn't someone else.
In helping what seems lost, you become whole. Every act of compassion toward the unseen reshapes the unseen within you. That as the secret the ancient shamans and mystics guarded, that healing the dead and healing the living are the same vibration.
Trauma, grief, guilt, they can split the soul's light, leaving a part of us wandering.
There is no barrier, only awareness. And when that awareness expands, the dead are no longer out there. They are memories that awaken, lessons that return, light that finally knows where to go. If this touched something deep in you, take a moment, breathe, and let it settle. Then, if you haven't yet, subscribe to Spirits in the Material World. Not as a follower, but as part of a circle, a space where we rediscover what consciousness truly is. In the comments, share your story.
You rescue the version of yourself that got trapped in pain. In helping what seems lost.
It's okay. You can come home.
Have you ever felt you helped someone and or something to find peace? What did it change in you? Tell us, not for validation, but for connection.
There is no barrier, only awareness. Light that finally knows where to go.
Because maybe, just maybe, that's what every lost soul, living or dead, is searching for. Connection. And remember, the bridge between worlds isn't out there, it's you.
Spiritual, educational disclaimer. This video is intended for spiritual and educational purposes only. It does not promote fear, superstition, or religious dogma. Its purpose is to inspire reflection, healing, and understanding of consciousness beyond physical perception.